This month we're talking about my July favorites, but it just might seem like a dupe video because over the last few months I've been trying to find more affordable alternatives for the higher end things that I love. And I think I've stumbled upon some really great bargains. If you like to save money, if you like to tackle problems, this just might be the video for you. Stay tuned, we're about to get right into it. So I'm Mona, this is About Face with Mona. It's a channel geared towards everything for the mature woman, beauty, skincare, and lifestyle. And you younger ladies, you just might find some gems too. First thing I want to talk about today is the Kokie Beauty Sponge. Most of you love the Beauty Blender. It's well known, it's beloved, and not without good reason. It's a great product. I have found this Kokie sponge, which is available on the Kokie.com website, and it's also available at Rite Aid. It only costs $5, and I promise you it is just as good as the Beauty Blender. Don't take my word for it, try it. It's just as bouncy, it performs just as well, and it lasts just as long, if not longer. People talk about a good primer. I'm looking for something to blur my imperfections, my pores, make my skin look better, give me a smoother canvas. I have tried Tatcha, the soap canvas, I've tried the liquid, I've tried the little pot, I've tried the one by Tarte. Both of those are pretty good. The Urban Decay one is not too bad, but none of them do exactly what I'm looking for. They make all these claims, but the delivery is very weak. I found something that actually does what it says it's going to do and then some. This is by Essence. It's the My Skin Perfected Tinted Primer. Instant blur effect, natural matte finish. It holds up to its claim. This is a beautiful product. When I put this on my face, it blurs the texture and pores on both sides of my face. This does an amazing job. All of these will be linked below, the prices, where you can get it. This is vegan. It is lightweight mousse texture with a velvety feel that makes pores optically disappear while leaving the skin looking smooth and with a natural matte finish. It can be worn alone for natural coverage or under foundation for smoother makeup application and enhanced coverage. I think that this is far superior than any primer that I have ever tried. Unfortunately, I can't find it on the Essence website anymore. I can only find it on Amazon. I would run, not walk, and I would grab all of these up. If pores and imperfections in texture, smoothing those is something that you're looking for. Alter Ego has come out with a line of lipsticks. These are a dupe, in my opinion, for HUDA's Euphoria Hybrid Liquid Lipsticks. This is the color Euphoria, and it is what I have on my lips today. It is so long lasting. It lasts through my coffee. It does a great job. They only have 6 shades where HUDA has quite a bit more shades, but they're only $6. They hold up through eating and drinking, and they are phenomenal. They feel good on my lips. They do not accentuate lines or texture or dry up on my lips or make my lips feel dry. They are a very good liquid lipstick, and I am going to get the rest of them. $6, you can't beat this by Wet n Wild. It is their Mega Last Incognito Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Beige. What I like about this one is that it does exactly what you want it to do. It lays down and it plays nice. It has this flat doe foot applicator. It goes on, has a little bit of creaminess to it, but not a lot. It's thin enough to dry down quickly, although it does give you enough time to play with it and get it in place where you want it. It does not emphasize lines. It doesn't make them go away either, but it does not emphasize them. It doesn't crease. It stays all day. I love the coverage. I would say it's a medium coverage. It does as well as most of my high-end concealers do. Okay, this I think can compare to the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. If you are a fan of the Hourglass, I think that this is very similar in performance. but I actually like the Wet n Wild better. I find that the Hourglass creases just a little bit, but like the Hourglass, the Incognito also lays down with a thinner type of formula. The Hourglass is actually a tiny bit thicker and creamier, not a lot though. They both lay down like you want them to, and they both dry down to a good finish. That's not too glowy, that gives you some coverage, that doesn't call attention to your under eyes, and covers up some of what you wanted to cover up. But this is a whole lot cheaper, and like I said, I actually like it better. Let's talk about brows. I don't know if any of you remember our boy Saddam Hussein. You know, some probably liked the man. I think most probably did not. But me and Saddam, we have a little bit in common. You know, with neglect and without our stylist, we both tend to have problems with our brows. I mean, man, when Saddam, your boy, came out of that cave and they had all those pictures of him on the news, his eyebrows were just growing down, right? Like this. And they were curling and they were like all over the place. Well, when I'm not getting my brows waxed, this girl's eyebrows look just like your boy Saddam Hussein's. Just like them. I need a good stylist too. So I get them waxed whenever I go to get these roots touched up. And I am not a brow expert by any means, but if you think that these brows look, you know, just okay, I'm just trying to keep them from like looking naked, looking mouth shaped, having all these dangly modifiers hanging down. Just want them to be neat and normal looking. I don't want them to say, hey, here comes Mona's beautiful, gorgeous brows, but I don't want them to say, oh my gosh, look at Mona's brows either. So I just aim to keep them neat. I found that on a bargain, and I have tried almost every brow product under the sun, and there are some pricey ones that I actually do enjoy. But ladies, this Brow Obsessive by Wet n Wild, these two products, one of these is $3.99. I don't remember what the other one is, but they're both super, super affordable compared to their higher end counterparts. That's what I have in my brows today. I know I need these bangs trimmed. Do you think these look okay? You know, they're not on fleek like some people's, but you know, for me, this is good. If there was ever a candidate for microblading, it is me. I don't know why I don't go get them done. With all these Saddam Hussein lashes going on here and then nothing happening over here whatsoever. I love this. Now, you do have to sharpen this, so if that's a problem, hey, $3.99, I will sharpen them. This little brow shaping gel, some people may have a problem with it because it is white. But ladies, come on, for like $4 or $5, you know, if it looks a little white when you first put it down, just tap it. Just take your finger and like just tap it. That's it. It holds these bad boys in place like a dream. I have Patrick Ta. I have Anastasia. I have all the crew. I like easy breezy. I don't want to sit here and fool with this crap for a whole bunch of hours to have like these on fleek eyebrows. I just want to make the most of what I have. This is nice. But this is great. It's easier to do. It takes less time and it doesn't cost any money. Hardly any money. Try it. You might be surprised. Speaking of brows, this NYX Professional Makeup Lift and Snatch. Surprise Wonder. It has this little brush like this, so you can draw in hairs. I like this much better than those tattoo things with all the blades on them. For somebody like me, that's just a disaster waiting to happen. This, you know, I can just go in And I can get a really clean under eye line with little wisps. I can like just draw in some little hairs while creating a good shape. You know, I'm just doing this with like a little side mirror, so you know. I'm just saying. I'm gonna stop playing with my brows, but this is awesome. This works. You don't have to spend a lot. Now, where did I put the cover? I found it. Okay, cleansing balms. Good Molecules Instant Cleansing Balm. You can see I use this. Use it. It has a little spatula in it. But it gets off all my mascara, it gets off all my makeup, and you know what? I like it much better than the Slay Makeup Melting Butter Cleanser by Drunk Elephant. Yep, I do. I've used this whole thing up to empty, but guess what? I'm not repurchasing this. No ma'am, no sir. This works very good. And I've tried the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm too. This works good. No scent, no bad stuff for you. Just does what you need it to do. Let's get into a couple more things, then we're gonna wrap it up. I have tons, but we're just gonna cover a couple more. Speaking of getting off mascara, let's talk about mascara. I'm gonna zoom in. My holy grail mascara has been basically the Pat McGrath Dark Star. Love it. Lately, I've been really liking the Lancome Tint Idol, okay? Been loving it. On one eye, I have the Lancome Tint Idol. I'm not telling you which one. You're gonna tell me in the comments which one, if you're still here, you think it is. The other one that I've been, actually the other two that I've really been loving is the Wet n Wild Big Poppa. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. I love that song. Don't y'all remember that song? Any of y'all old enough to remember that song? Okay, so this one has become a favorite, and this one, which is the Revlon So Fierce Big Bad Lash. Both of these bring it. Do you hear me? Don't give me a mascara that just, you know, naturally coats my lashes. No. If I'm gonna wear mascara, I want them to bring it. I want the ba-ba-ba-boom. If you don't have the ba-ba-ba-boom, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Because I don't want your mascara if it's not gonna make these lashes show up. So let's close in. Can you tell which one is which? One is the Lancome Tint Idol, and one is the Wet n Wild. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. No, really, that's not what it says. It says Big Poppa. Right eye, left eye. Can you tell which one is which? Any transfer that you see right now is because I have dog allergies, and these dogs have been shedding their winter coat all over my sinus cavities, okay? And I've been wiping and wiping and itching. And I will tell you that I have fixed both of the sides for that this morning. Next month's favorites may tell you how to get rid of excess dog hair besides a shark vacuum and sweeping every 30 seconds. Foundation. On one side of my face, I have the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator with hyaluronic acid and squalene, oil-free, cruelty-free, all of that good stuff. This is like $5.99. You do get 0.91 fluid ounces, which is freaking this much less than the typical 1 fluid ounce. for $5.99. I am so not worried. This is the color Fair. So it is on one side of my face, and on the other side of my face is, which has become another favorite, is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator by Urban Decay, which is a little more pricey. They do give you the typical 1 fluid ounce, and they do have kombucha filtrate and marula oil and some other things, and say that it's 24-hour hydration, blah, blah, blah. How can I tell the difference between the two? I've done a wear test on them, not for 24 hours, but a wear test. They look the same. They give me the same lit from within glow. They stay the same amount of time. This one is not as high priced as some, but it is a lot more pricey than this one, and this one is just as good, people. Do you hear me? This one is just as good. Try it for yourself if you don't believe me. You don't have to spend a lot to look good. Now, if you want to, because you like the packaging or you like to spend more, definitely go spend more, but you don't have to. These have just been re-released. These are the Pillow Talk and Walk of No Shame, except it had a different name, Walk of Dreams or Dream something. Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow. Color of Dreams is what this one is, okay? I have both of them. They're pretty much what and what. I grabbed this one just to show you. Okay, this is what this looks like. The packaging is very nice. It comes with a mirror. I love all things Charlotte Tilbury, so let me just preface you by saying that. Love my Charlotte Tilbury. Probably my favorite brand of all times. On one cheek, we have this Pillow Talk Color of Dreams. It's supposed to, be a dual forming lip and cheek product. I do like it. I'm using it. There's nothing wrong with it. In comes the Milani Cheek Kiss in 110 Nude Kiss. Packaging, definitely not as luxe. Definitely not. Product, very similar. In fact, it is a little more pigmented. I know these colors are not a spot-on dupe. However, when you start to blend it out, and you start to blend this one out, on the cheeks, I have a very hard time telling the difference. One cheek is Milani, one cheek is Charlotte Tilbury. They both last the same amount of time. When you share them out, the color difference is not detectable on your cheeks. Do you want to pay for this packaging? I'm not hating on you, because I love me some Charlotte Tilbury. But you don't have to. I bought me the rest of the Milani colors, which they have more of a variety than Charlotte Tilbury. I've rediscovered my Real Techniques brushes. These are my favorites out of the bunch. Very affordable and very good. I don't like their sponge. Okay, but see this little one right here? For a person with hooded eyes, this is like such a good little brush. Instapop crease brush. It is really a good brush. The other one is this one. I love this little chunky monkey right here. Love it. This is such good for concealer, but it's also good for blending. The Instapop shade brush. Yep. Choop, 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 choop. For just all over blending, laying down color, and then you can finesse it with this little boy. I would definitely still want a flat shader brush, which I do have, and we'll see if Real Techniques has one of those. But these two, by by themselves are pretty dang good. And for a highlighter brush, love this. I don't know if it has a name. Oh look, it says Sheer Radiance Fan. That would make sense because it's like a little fan. So for highlight, beautiful. This one for highlight and for powder, when I just want to put powder underneath my eyes and when I just want to powder my pores right here and just set, I really like this one. This is called, imagine that, it's called a setting brush. That's what I use it for. Go figure. The one sponge by Real Technique that I do like is this little under eye size Dumaflachi one right here. I love the little point for getting in here and for adding some concealer to brighten up my eyes, and also this little flat side for patting in powder if I'm not using the actual setting brush. These Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. You know, right now they have come out with their Walk of No Shame and their Pillow Talk formulas. I have all of them. This is just 4 because that's what can fit in my hand. I have passed the days where I just want to walk in a room, for the most part, you know, there are some exceptions, where I want people to be like, oh, look at Mona's makeup. I just want to look my best. I don't like a lot of muss and a lot of fuss. I don't want to spend an hour on an eye look anymore. I just don't. These are so pretty. So this is Walk of No Shame. These are moussey. I have not found a dupe for them. I've found other colors from the drugstore that I do like, you know, single shadow creams that look really pretty, but not that have this moussey texture that I like just as much. I may find one, but I haven't found one yet. So that's the Walk of No Shame. I'm gonna give you the Pillow Talk. They give you time to work with them. For somebody who is not overly skilled at makeup, I have this on my eyes today. That's it. That liner and mascara. That's all. Just that Pillow Talk. Brightens my eyes enough. Avoids them just being naked. You can put them down with your fingers. I like to use a little shader brush and get right up in that crease. And then with most of the pigment, and then take a clean one and just blend that pigment up above my crease just a little bit. I think these are worth the money. Right now, Charlotte Tilbury has them on sale, a trio, 30% off. At the time that this video is going up, I will buy every color that comes out. I just really like them, unless I find a dupe. There were some fails this month, but they're not good. You really don't need to hear about them, right? I know Dossier has been all over YouTube. People know what it is. It is designer fragrance dupes. They take the notes from other high-end, real luxe, some very expensive fragrances, and they dupe them. I would say buy this, not that, if they have your fragrance of choice in their collection. Also, I would say that if you want to try something, you don't have a sample, you don't want to just go out and spend $100 and something on a fragrance that you've never tried. Believe me, I've done that, and I have been burned with stuff that I cannot stand the way it smells on me. This you can return if you don't like it, and you can test it. You just look. This one, for example, is called Floral Honeysuckle. It's really inspired by Gucci Bloom. This is the one I picked up off my counter this morning without even knowing that or thinking consciously that I was going to include it in this video. It smells just like the original, and I have had Gucci Bloom. I don't detect a difference. I find that it has staying power. It's a really nice summer, spring fragrance. I hope you may have found some new favorites. If you did, comment below. Go out and live like Mel.